turns into switching man-to-man.
Anthony on the pull-up, his first shot of the pool. But he's got Avery Bradley, one of the best in the league. Bass right back up on top. Anthony crossover move, spins, turns, fires. Anthony, quick catch and shoot on the help defense.
They're very, very good half court. Where the Knicks have had their most success today is in transition and second shots.
Anthony fires again.
At practice, while there was no attempt by the Celtics to hide the game plan. Paul Pierce, Doc Rivers, they both said we have to get the ball to one, and on the other, he's a lot older. Father Time catching up with him. Anthony able to elude shots, and eventually Kenyon Martin came over to bother that layup.
Well, Martin had an open lane, but kicked it back out, and
Boston's taking advantage. The matchups aren't great for Novak in this series, Mark. You know, in their defense, they had some good looks in that game. They just couldn't get anything going. You know? I remember it very well, actually.
if they go into the freeze, one more.
Here's Anthony playing every other night, sometimes 4 and 5. But you hardly ever play in this first round from day to day.
And the Celtics have not been back home in Boston. Here's Anthony.
Time Chandler chips it out, which he's done all season long. Anthony drives on Green, pull-up jumper, knocks a three. Bruce has had to do so much for this Celtic team. Anthony on the pull-up, that's good.
Heather's got handles. She was a volleyball player, bump set spike. Pick and roll, and got the smaller Felton on Pierce, where he can just isolate at the top of the key and shoot over him.
Anthony one-on-one with Bass on the pull-up. Carmelo. There's the double on Anthony. 4 to shoot. Anthony from the baseline. Again, Carmelo. Anthony, the turnaround, knocks it down.
Very crafty and economical with his footwork.
Anthony.
I want the Celtics fans to chant offense when they get the ball.
Anthony's jump shot.
And in a big market, have had not one dramatic moment. I mean, they haven't had any moments where,
now into the hands of Felton. 8-point Boston lead. 2 minutes remaining here in the first. Exactly the type of start they needed. Anthony doubled. Here to right back to him. 3 to shoot. Anthony pull-up jumper. An emotional evening. The Knicks put together an excellent performance so far first quarter. This one's all Boston. 3 to shoot. 2 to shoot. Anthony draws the foul. Banks it in.
very, very.
Terry has had a disappointing season his first year in Boston. After so many terrific years in Dallas, Anthony shake and bake.
Over their season average just in the first half.
Can the Celtics continue in the second half? They have not played well in the second half in the series. Certainly those first 2 games in New York were brutal. And Tyson Chandler wanted that call. And that time got it. Anthony. Pull-up jump shot. Knock. Anthony.
Series, there's never been a moment where you've said, oh, there it is. You know, that's where they can really expose New York. And Boston, well, it's kind of weathered the storm. 9-0 out of the gates. And yet they've bounced back quickly here.
But that's a really good point. Brizzioni brings it back out. And the Knicks won game 3 here, but then lost the game 4 despite a huge comeback attempt.
Anthony's first shot is good.
9.
Anthony back in. Count it, and a 56% from the field. Nice feed. Block. Pierce came over to help out. Anthony gets it back.
Second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Anthony on the drive, leans in, forces it up. That shot is positioned in our lead.
I'm not liking this offense right here.
Anthony on the pull-up, puts it.
In the shooting game, he is one of the great shooters.
Worst shooting team, despite their 6-game victory against the Celtics. West now on Anthony. Pull-up jumper is good.
And get your whole team in the bonus early.
George has the 4 fouls. That's why hands were on him. Pull-up jumper. That's good.
Everyone's banged up. Who has the talent to beat us?
I think they have too many veterans to think that way. Even if as Anthony's jump shot. Anthony pull-up jumper.
It's a trade that's worked out well for both ways. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard's been fantastic for Popovich and the Spurs. This is Carmelo Anthony. Did you say hi to him?
I waved at him.
Yeah, that's good. I see you're always friendly, huh? Time erases everything. Here's Carmelo Anthony on Tuesday. Just under 5 seconds to play in the first quarter. Chandler. Carmelo Anthony. Good pass to it. Rest is on Kidd. Oh, Hibbert got close.
13 points in that fourth quarter. Here in the first quarter of game 3, the Knicks with only 13 points with 25 seconds remaining. Anthony trying to draw the foul.
They all need to adjust their sight right now and shoot it a little bit better.
Although Hill now 4 of 9. The Pacers, they're not a big three-point shooting team. Low in field goal percentage during the season. Middle of the pack in attempts as Anthony turned around. Vogel thought there should have been a foul. With Shumpert and Prigioni, the hustle plays that they make over and over again. Anthony and George. Anthony backs in. Difficult shot. And gets the...
Yeah,
found that out earlier today.
Yeah. And Aunt Thelma's moved to Florida, so no run.
Over for the Pacers. This is a lot like game 2 when they were turning the basketball over.
That's the 5th. Chandler with the hard screen. Anthony's got it.
Intimidating physical guys at both ends of the floor.
Here's Carmelo Anthony. He's 2 of 5. George on another good screen by Chandler and Carmelo on the fly.
Carmelo with 2 fouls. He was guarding David West down there. You got to give that a little bit more of a look.
Shumpert, a 3 ball. Carmelo over George. 9, Shumpert on the perimeter. Stevenson on him. Dribbles off his foot. Shot clock to 4. It's George and Anthony. Carmelo. Ball was lasered in there perfectly. He just couldn't finish. Carmelo Anthony, and away we go here in New York. Here is Prigioni back out there and against Augustine.
Something defensively I saw in that first possession by the Indiana.
To make sure it didn't get any tighter. And here comes Shumpert the other way.
And Kev, no double team.
Right.
The ball's gone down to David West and Roy Hibbert, and the Knicks are not in double team mode.
Now they've got West on Anthony.
Down low. The officials are doing an excellent job of
Carmelo. Difference of 2 seconds. Team clock and shot clock winding down the second quarter. The fans come to their feet here at the Garden. The roar that accompanies that. Crossover by Anthony and George. Happy with the defensive performance of his team. Anthony. George is there to defend. Shot clock is down to 5. Carmelo Anthony, Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, it's good to see that Paul George has found his offense here in this third quarter. Talking about him exerting so much offense, trying to guard the man with the ball right now, Carmelo Anthony.
You're right, though. He had only 5 in the first half, 11 here in the third. Carmelo.
Starting to find his offensive mojo here in the fourth.
5-4 on the shot clock. Young is watching Carmelo.
Particularly well tonight, 11 of 26, but this is his time to shine.
George will defend Carmelo. Shot clock is down to 7. Anthony.
Is good offensively on a nightly basis, but boy, is he getting there, and I expect it to be very, very soon.
Look, they missed 14 in New York in Game 5, shooting 68% in this series, below their 75 in the regular season.
He had 19 turnovers in that game. They missed 14 free throws.
JR hit one from there a moment ago. Anthony
He gets a Kenyon Martin screen.
The ball handling duties. Now he can just play. He's been a terror on the glass. A terrific start here for Stevens.
Oh, and 5 on the shot clock for New York. And Anthony again watched by Young. And that, teams have struggled to crack 90. Largest lead of the game to the Knicks MVP.